Thai has its own set of numerals, which are unlike Arabic numerals, and I'll go through those today. There's not really a lot to explain, it's just a case of trying to remember what they are. So, Sun, Ning, Song, Sam, Si, Ha, Hok, Jet, Bad, Gal. 0 is like an Arabic 0, that's easy enough. The 3 is like a 3 on its side. 4 and 5 are quite similar, but the 5 has got this little loop. The 6, if this towel went round the other way, that would almost be like an Arabic 6. The 7 is the same as a 3, but it's got this little towel on it. And the 8 is the same as the vowel shortening symbol that we saw in an earlier tutorial. And 9. So there's only 10 to remember. So as I said before, it's just a case of you using the memorization method that works best for you. Thais use predominantly Arabic numerals that you'll be familiar with. So if you go shopping or look at timetables or anything, you'll just see the numbers you're familiar with. The Thai numerals are used in Thailand, but only for things that apply to Thais or things that Thais don't really want foreigners to understand. I'll come on to that in a minute. So some examples. These are from my kids' textbooks. They use Thai numerals. Official government paperwork for Thais will use Thai numerals. If you have to fill in paperwork, for example immigration, they will use Arabic numerals so you can understand. But it's not really going to affect you. You don't need to know these numbers. But it sort of opens your eyes when you do understand the Thai numerals and you see what's going on. As I said, I'll come to that in a little while. Here's a sign in Ayutthaya, giving some information about one of the temples there. And it's in Thai and English. So the date the temple was founded in Thai is here, 1917. And the calendar system for Thailand is 543 years of the Western system. So 1917 Thai year is the same as 1374 in the Western calendar. It was King Chulalongkorn who started a railway system in Thailand in the late 19th century, and the locomotives were imported. This is some information about a locomotive that came in from Japan and went out of service quite a long time ago. Again, it's got English and Thai, so it's a bit like the Rosetta Stone. When you can see the two languages, it's quite easy to translate. So the type 040. And it was put in service, so the Thai date here is 2493, which equates to 1950 in the Western calendar. It went out of service in 2508, which equates to 1965. It's good to know the Thai numerals because most of the signs that have them won't have an English translation. And I see them very rarely, but one place I always see them is anywhere where there's an admission fee. This is the dual pricing system in Thailand, where Thais pay one price and foreigners pay another price. And Thais don't really want foreigners to know that. So this is a typical sign. In English it will just say, foreigner 50 baht or entrance fee 50 baht. It won't even say foreigner. And there'll be some other information that 99.999% of foreigners won't understand, but Thais will understand. So here this is Kon Thai, Thai people. And if you can remember what we just did, this number here is 10, and this is baht. So Thais pay 10 baht, foreigners pay 50 baht. This is a sign at the Sukhothai Historical Park. Sukhothai was the first capital of Thailand, and now it's just a lot of remains of old temples. It's a very pleasant place. And here again, we can see some information in English and some numbers in English, which foreigners will understand. But it also uses Thai script and Thai numerals. So here there are various prices for foreigners, 40, 30, but every price here for Thais is 10. And here 150 baht for foreigners and 30 baht for Thais. This one was in Krabi. So if a foreigner walks up to this sign, the only part they will understand is the part at the bottom, entrance fee, child 100, adult 200. And they'll probably just go, dip into their pocket and pay up. Maybe they'll assume that Thai people are paying the same, but that isn't the case. If you look at the Thai deck, which is child 10 baht, so foreign children are paying 10 times more than Thai children. And Puyai 20 baht, so foreign adults are paying 10 times as much as Thai adults. With this one, the price difference is a factor of 10 again. They've used Thai script, Dek children, Puyai adults, but they've actually used Arabic numerals. So there's a good chance here that foreigners might be able to guess what's going on. But if they use Thai numerals, then it makes it very difficult for the foreigners to even guess. With this one, they've used all Thai script. They haven't used numerals. But this says Thai people, sip, which is 10 baht. So at this place, foreigners pay 5 times as much as Thais. Thai, sip baht, so Thai people 10 baht, and admission fee for foreigners 30 baht. So at this place, it's only 3 times as much for foreigners, which is a real bargain. Dual pricing is actually quite a sensitive and controversial subject, and I've seen several arguments online among Farangs. Some Farangs think it's fine. They seem to think that all Thais are poor and all foreigners are rich, and if they think that, they are exceptionally naive. Some people, me included, think it's wrong. Not all Thais are poor, not all foreign tourists are rich, and when Thais go abroad, they just pay what the locals pay. And some people think that foreigners should be given the choice, that they should be given the information, and they should be allowed to choose. But the way it is, they can't choose because they don't have the information. If this sign here, in Thai, it just says Thais 10 baht, foreigners 30 baht. If they were very clear that foreigners had to pay 3 times, or in the case of the other ones, 10 times as much as the Thai, then maybe they will choose not to go into the attraction. Anyway, this wasn't meant to be a political video. It was just giving you examples of Thai numerals. But unfortunately, most of the time when I see Thai numerals, it's signs like this where there's a dual pricing policy in place. Thank you for watching, commenting, liking, subscribing. If you have any comments, questions or other feedback, please leave them below. But I don't really want to hear anything about dual pricing. Just leave me your questions on language, and there'll be more videos soon.